Spiritual coaches have such a hard time finding high-ticket clients usually. You kind of think that, if you're a business coach or if you're selling something very tangible, like how to make a website or how to do Facebook ads or how to lose weight or something that is very tangible, that's easy. But when you are a spiritual coach who is selling something that is kind of intangible, like working with the overwhelm or working with anxiety or working with some internal transformation, personal development, lifting consciousness and so on, that is really hard or practically impossible to sell high-end. And that is not true. So I'm actually a person who is a spiritual coach and a business coach combined. So I do both for my clients and I make a lot of money. I had $100,000 months, I had $250,000 launches and so on. So being somebody at the level of $500,000, more than $500,000, $1 million and so on, I can tell you that being someone who is selling a consciousness-based offer is not in any way different than being someone who is selling a practical, either a business or weight loss or making your website or Facebook ads or something like that offer. The difference is in how you are speaking. See, you might be right now posting on social media all the time, putting all this effort in and then wondering, why is it not working? Why is it nobody responding? Maybe you're still doing one-on-one sessions when you're charging per hour. And then you're having a hard time transitioning to a higher offer. Or maybe you are actually already have a higher offer, like for $3,000 or $5,000, but then you have a hard time selling it. The reason for that is because you are not correctly positioned in the marketplace with your spiritual type personal transformation offer. This is the thing I see so often, where amazing spiritual coaches, conscious coaches, healers who do really incredible work. Like if you have clients and they like practically writing you love notes because you're so awesome and they just love so much the type of work you do, you're good at what you do. And yet those amazing spiritual coaches are not able to generate income. The reason here is because whatever it is that they're putting out, they're talking much more from the standpoint of what is it that they're doing instead of what is this going to do for their potential client. And I know that this sounds like I kind of said the same thing, but not. See, most spiritual coaches overteach and undermarket. Okay, so this is one of the biggest issues. Like if you right now doing a lot of presentations and posting and showing up in different Facebook groups and reposting your posts and showing up everywhere, you are doing a lot of this activity from the place of scarcity, like how do I get what I don't have, and from the place of not having clarity as to how this is actually going to serve your client. That is why there is not as much reply back that you would like. Okay, so when I see somebody coming up with this idea of like, okay, let me explain to you what I do. And then they go into this long explanation. So maybe this is you when you're, going into like, okay, this is what I do. I do healing work and I do this kind of a level of work and I support people from this perspective and I help people like that and so on. If you do that in a lot of your marketing, and obviously you do want to describe to some extent what you do, but when all your presentation online is about what you do from that perspective, that's actually teaching. So when you're teaching somebody, that belongs on the inside once they paid you, on the inside of your paid programs, not on the outside. So the biggest misconception I see is that spiritual coaches think that they have to somehow give up on doing their spiritual coaching thing on something that is multidimensional and amazing and something that just so in their heart of hearts and they feel it's their soul work and their soul mission to bring to the world. They have to give up on that because that won't sell. And most business coaches will actually tell you that like, okay, this stuff doesn't sell. You just have to give up on that and go ask your marketplace what is it that they want, give them what they want, and there you go. Now you have a business that supposedly works, even if it kills your soul, even if you feel like it's totally out of integrity, but who cares? At least you're making money. When in truth, first of all, you're not actually going to be making money because you are doing something that is not in alignment that way, if you are a person with a spiritual mission. And second, this is why I see so many spiritual coaches kind of giving up. Like they don't even get to, 10K months or 20K months or 6 figures, multiple 6 figures. Like that's so far out there because they can't seem to make that bridge from this is what I do to this is why they need it. Because, and I get it, like being multidimensional person, and I was born clairvoyant, so I see timelines and possibilities and all of this. I get that. But the issue here is that what you are bringing feels very big, and then you try to deliver all this bigness to the people who are listening to you, and they don't understand. So when we speak the words that our potential clients cannot understand, we end up in a situation that feels like we're speaking to an empty room. So if you ever been in that, like put that one in the comments if that has been your experience, where you're going live and you talking and talking and talking and it feels like, well, there's nobody there, just nothing. Or if you posted the post and it was so much like why humanity needs this gift of yours and you're bringing this amazing, healing work to the world, and then there's like no comments on it. So put a 2 in a comment if you ever had that. That's an experience that unfortunately amplifies doubt and then makes you feel like, well, maybe I'm not meant to do this. Maybe this is not possible to make happen. Maybe I'm not meant for this kind of stuff. Maybe this is like too out there. Maybe people are not ready. And then I see a lot of coaches kind of faking themselves out with that because it's painful to bump into like, oh, I got no response and oh, nobody signed up for my program. So then kind of like making stuff up like, oh, that means it's not the right timing. Oh, that means this was not aligned. A lot of those things are simply excuses. Because really, if you know in your being this is your soul work, if you know in your being this is what you're meant to do, if you know in your being that this is your soul mission on earth, then how can it not work? All you need to do is find the correct pathway to deliver your gift. So that's actually what I do with my clients. I'm a business strategist and messaging energetics coach, and I do wealth energetics. So I work with the quantum field because this is what I have access to, but I also do all the business and practical marketing strategies to help you translate your bigness, your multidimensional gift, into human speak so that human beings can actually understand what you are delivering. Okay? So as I said, the biggest issue that I see with spiritual coaches who are trying to make money online is that they are over teaching and under marketing. When you are presenting whatever you are presenting, if you're teaching about what you do, you might get some people watching you because they're interested to be in the energy, because they like you, because it feels good to be in a free flow of energy, but they will not purchase from you. So since we're talking about turning this into an actual business, not a hobby, something that you make money through, that means you need to market. And most spiritual coaches and conscious coaches and healers in the personal transformation niche actually kind of don't know how to market. This is something I run into all the time because these are the types of people I work with. So my niche, like my audience, are the people who are conscious, self-aware, who are doing their personal journey, who are working on self-mastery and personal development, and this is what they're offering to their clients. So they have clients, they have, people coming in, they have amazing results with their clients, but they're struggling to get to the next level of their business. They're struggling to get to the next level of actually delivering whatever it is that they want to bring through to the level of being compensated for that they desire. In other words, if you came here with a gift, that means that the universe also pre-installed an audience for you. You would not be here with a gift without an audience. Universe is a way more efficient place than that. So that means if you know in your being that, okay, I'm here to do this, this is my soul work, that means that universe is actually downloaded into you something of a specific frequency. So now you need to deliver that frequency, and if you do so correctly through marketing, not teaching, you're going to get people responding to that frequency because that's the frequency they are looking for. In other words, we need to elevate ourselves to become a frequency match for the type of a client we want to work with. So another misconception that I see with spiritual coaches and healers is that they have to start low, that nobody will pay premium for this kind of work. That is completely not true. I have my clients who charge $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $50,000 for their offers that are spiritually based, that are consciousness based, that are personal transformation based. So it is completely not true that if you're a healer, let's say you can only charge $100 an hour. No, you can actually have a premium level program. And you can sell it well to the people who would love to pay you and work with you. But that means you also have to be aligned to charging $5,000 to $15,000 for your offers. You need to expand your wealth container to be able to hold that, so you don't wobble and have your own judgment and fear about it. And you need to know how to speak, how to clearly articulate the value of your intangible work. And not just speak from that perspective, which is in itself kind of solves half of the problem, but be able to market that in a way that converts. Be able to put that information out in a way that the correct people will be compelled to respond. See, when we put information out in the form of teaching, nobody responds. They just take what we give them and they say, oh wow, that was great, thank you so much. And then they walk away and we don't get paid. And that attracts people who are looking for a lot of free stuff. So then if you're putting up a lot of free teaching, like if you're doing a lot of free healing sessions to attract clients, or if you're doing a lot of free presentations, or if you're constantly coming up with a new freebie every week to give to your clients to attract them to you, or maybe you're doing those free meditations or tarot readings or channelings or whatever it is that you just constantly do free and people come in and you do a reading for them and that's awesome. Yeah, you can build some audience that way, but that audience is going to be built with the people who will never go for the higher end offer, because those are the types of people who were only looking for something free, and this is exactly what you were providing. So you were a frequency match for the people who are at the level where what they want is actually the free gift. And that's great if that's all you wanted, but then it's a hobby, not a business. So if you are internally the type of a person who knows like, okay, this is my soul work, this is what I meant to do on this planet in this lifetime, and I'm meant to be well resourced to be able to do that at the highest level. Not just do this for everybody who needs my help, not just to do this in a way that like I help everybody, I help as many people as possible, because now we're talking again about a low end. The low end is where you have a, $100 course or $200 course or something like that, and you get, a lot of people. But think about it. If you want to be at 6 figures, which is sort of a benchmark for actually calling it a business, so if you want to be at that place, at that level in your business, that means you need to generate about 8,000 to 10,000 every month. So if you are selling little offers, like $100 offers, $200 offers, you're going to need like between 10 and 100 of them to be able to make the type of income that you want. And that is every month. That is practically impossible to do unless you're, super famous person and you have reach of thousands and thousands. So this is how it leads a lot of conscious coaches and healers and spiritual therapists and personal transformation experts, how it leads them all thinking that somehow they need to be Facebook experts or Instagram stars or something like that. And then you see these glamorous pictures of other coaches who look like they, 12 going on 20, somewhere in there, and they look gorgeous and they have these amazing photographs of themselves in a very luxurious environments, and you think like, well, God, that's not me, so I can never then sell high-end. And I'm here to tell you that you don't need to be an Instagram star or a Facebook expert or have glamorous pictures to be able to make a lot of money. You need to be in integrity. That's one. You need to know what your soul work is and be 100% committed to it and responsible for your follow through on the steps of doing your soul work. And you have to know how to clearly articulate the value of what you are bringing to the marketplace. And you have to package all of that in a way that actually sells for the price that you want. You know, like let's say if you have an offer for $5,000 and let's say you want to be at around $10,000 a month. Okay, now you need to sell 2 of those per month. That's doable versus let's say 100 of little courses or 100 of little sessions. That's not doable, especially, as I said, unless you have huge audience. So assuming that you don't have audience of millions or hundreds of thousands, selling 2 offers is possible per month with much more ease, but you need to be fully aligned to what it is and how you speak about it, and you do need to build an audience that is able and willing to respond to your frequency because you're maintaining that frequency consistently. See, that's the thing also that I see so often where, especially people who are creative types, you know, they change things all the time. Like, oh, I'm doing this offer, and the next week I'm doing completely different offer, and the next week completely different offer. Then you cannot be known for anything. So then you never actually have a momentum built. And momentum builds from consistent action. You know, I always find it so funny when people say like, oh, I want momentum. How do I get momentum? As if momentum is some, you know, magical rare animal that lives in some magical forest. Actually, momentum is something you create, but you create it by consistent action. And that consistent action is something that you generate by your own choice. But to do so, you need to be clear on what is your soul work, what is your offer, what is the message you're bringing, and then stick to that. You know, when you want to go higher in your income as a spiritual coach or a healer or personal transformation expert, what you need to do is actually simplify, not complicate. And everybody thinks it's like, oh, I need to do all those things and I'm already so busy, and how am I going to, you know, incorporate this higher thing and then have even more clients, when actually you need to simplify. You're only busy because you're doing a lot of things that you probably do not need to be doing. You just think you need to be doing them because you don't have a clear business strategy. And the business strategy and the marketing strategy are essential so that you can attract high-ticket clients who actually want to work with you, who are willing to pay you for your high-level spiritual work. That is totally possible, but it requires those types of clear components. So if you are a highly self-aware person, like you know who you are a successful coach or a healer, you are working with paying clients right now, you are getting paid for your work, and your clients are having great results and you're loving what you do, but you want to up level and you just kind of don't know how. You keep bumping into like, okay, well then I just need to do more of what I'm doing and I don't know what's working, but I guess I will just keep doing it. That's not a business strategy. So if you're at that place, then you need to listen to me, because this is exactly what we're talking about. Simplifying so that you're not having 200 different offers or birthing a new course every month, but instead you bring everything into a premium coaching model, which is what I teach. Okay, so this is where you are fully doing your soul work and you are fully resourced for it. So if you know that, okay, this is what I'm meant to do here, this is what I'm trying to bring here to the marketplace, and somehow it's not quite working and I know I'm not speaking correctly to my client. Like, you know this. If you're honest with yourself, you know, like, okay, is this message like ding and it fits, like there's a resonance, or am I saying something and I just kind of like, well, saying this way, saying that way, like just throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks? That is a clue that your messaging needs adjustment, so that you up level your messaging, you elevate it to the premium frequency, so you become an energy match to your premium level client that actually can afford and want to commit to working with you at that deep level and do the soul work with you. So you have clients, maybe you have packages that like $3,000 or something like that, maybe $5,000 program, that is great. And you want to quantum leap into this 10K months, you know, maybe 20K months. Maybe you have a vision of being a multimillionaire someday and really influencing this planet, really changing morphogenic fields on Earth, really changing human lives by being an example of what's possible and being wealthy in order to do that, being well resourced. So you have an online presence of some sort, right? You're able to pull in some people from online, but you're not premium, like you're not bringing the premium level clients, you're bringing the lower level clients. And this is part of why the entire thing of what you're doing feels kind of like, okay, I know I'm meant for these bigger things, like I can kind of feel it in my being, but somehow that's not really happening. So what's going on here? I'm not saying something correctly. I know I have some internal energy hang-ups that are kind of in the way a little bit. I know that I don't really have a business strategy. I just have like a lot of techniques that I've learned by taking different courses, or maybe working with a business coach here, marketing coach here, Instagram coach here or something. So you might know a lot of little things, but they're not organized into something that's actually going to take you to the next level. Then you end up in a situation that is keeping you smaller or lower than you actually can be. Because if you're here to do your soul work, you are here to be well resourced to do it. Okay? So if you're right now at that place and you're noticing that, okay, I know that what I do is important. I know that what I do has incredible effect and results, and my clients are here to testify for it. But I can't seem to figure out how to go into that premium level, how to go into attracting higher ticket clients, how to charge more for my offers and feel good about the type of stuff I'm bringing through, and not be so overwhelmed with all these things I think I need to be doing, from many marketing activities and being super busy, or maybe thinking you have to take like super amazing glamorous pictures of yourself in order to attract high ticket clients, which you don't. So if you're at that place, then I invite you to apply to work with me. This is literally what I do. I've been doing this work for over 20 years. I have many hundreds of successful clients who are all spiritual coaches or healers or personal transformation experts. And all of them came to me originally with, okay, I don't know how to do human speak. I know how to do multidimensional speak. I know how to do this work that I do, and I'm good at the work I do, but I don't know how to bring it to the marketplace in a way that I can actually attract more clients. Because something like, let's say when I ask like, how do you get clients? And they say by referral, that is not a marketing strategy. You cannot build a business that scales further by referral. Referral is awesome and it's great when it happens, but that means you're dependent on somebody recommending you, and it's limited to the number of people that already in your world. So if you want to get to 8,000, 10,000, 20,000 a month doing your soul work, that means you actually have to expand to the people who don't know you yet. And that means marketing, not teaching. Teaching will not bring you higher level clients. If you want high ticket clients, if you want to step into that premium level coaching model, then you need an overarching strategy for your business, and you need to know how to market properly, how to clearly articulate the value of your work, how to position yourself in a marketplace correctly so that appropriate to your work people can recognize it and start coming to you. This is what I do with my clients. So if this is what you know you're lacking in your business, then definitely apply to work with me. So I will put the link in the description of this video. So somewhere around this video, you'll see the link. Click that and we will set up a conversation when I will look at your already current business, like what are you doing right now, what is aligned with your soul work and with your natural way, your soul design, and what is not. And what needs to change in order to get you to where you right now cannot get to the 6 figures and multiple 6 figures. So we will design a plan, and I will share with you how I can help in your specific situation to get your business to actually be a highly profitable, sustainable business. Not just something that like, okay, I did this, I did the launch, I brought in the clients, I generated the money, awesome, and then I like burn out and now I can't function. So we don't want that. We want a sustainable business, because if you're doing your soul work, you want to be well resourced for it. So definitely apply to work with me. Click the link in the description of this video or message me directly so we can connect and I can look at your business and I can advise you what you need to do specifically to get those high ticket clients for your soul work, so that you can up level into premium level coaching model and actually get paid well for doing your soul work. Okay? My love to you.